today's video, I'll be reviewing this cigar, and I'm kind of excited. Wait, what's going on? What? Where did it go? Oh, there it is. There you go. The Atabey Black Ritos. I was going through YouTube and watching a lot of people's, top pick cigars of the year, and a lot of them suck. Obviously, just kidding. I stumbled across one person who uploaded their top 10, and a lot of them were made me feel like a peasant, and also made my credit score dropped. But on that person's top 10, which is the same person who sponsored this channel, this cigar was actually in their top 10, and I hear a lot of people talking about it. I've been hearing Eric talk about it for the longest of times, so he decided to actually give me one in the bundle when he sent me the cigars. I don't know what to expect. It has like a creamy aroma to it. I could get like, is that chocolate? So I'm a bad friend. Sometimes when it comes to like these cigars that have high priced value to it, I tend not to watch the video, because especially with the hype that Eric gave the cigar and the praise, especially in that top 10, I tend to not look at other people's content or go on the internet and look at reviews, or I do my best to just avoid everything. If I hear cigars that's very hyped up or people talking about it, but fast forward the story, I didn't want to ruin anything for me. I didn't want to look at any videos, look at any reviews, look at any blogs, look at anything, and then my brain already expects this note, that note, this first, third, second, third, whatever. So even though yes, Eric spoke about it here and there when we talk privately with the group I'm part of, honestly, I kind of block that conversation from my brain, because I knew something like this would come. Either I was gonna try my best to find one, or I was gonna get randomly bombed by one of the many people who are part of the community I am part of that likes to give people cigars for reviews, because we're becoming a bigger group with reviewers. So I expected maybe down the line, either if I was gonna get it, someone's gonna send it, and at the end of the day, I was correct. All right, let me cut this. So what am I gonna do with this 6 1/8 by 55 cigar? Technically speaking, isn't this a 6-inch cigar? Because yes, it's 6 1/8, but when you cut it for the actual part, I mean, at the end of the day, true, people do hole punches and V cuts, and it still retains its length. But when you do guillotine cuts, don't you lose about 1/8 of an inch? Isn't this cigar now a 6-inch by 55? I'll shut up now. All right, before I light this up and tell you more information about it, which is very limited, by the way, look at the band. First of all, look at the band. Let me just get my hand out the way. The band is beautiful. And I have so much caffeine today, my hands are shaking. I'm trying to hold my hand down. All right, I'm putting the band up from the foot all the way to the top. Actually looks nice. All right, that's the band from the foot. Let me actually turn off my light. Selected tobacco. That's beautiful. You know what? All right, the foot is off. Light is back on. I am not God, So I may have let there have been light. I was not the one who created that light. Like a little, it's like a spice pepper. That cold draw. I'll say a cold draw, not don't make me eat the tobacco. Holy shit. I'm not sure if it's like there's something sugary in that. I get it, this hazelnut. Oh yeah, it's hazelnut. You know what time it is, guys? Woo! That was gorgeous. So Rick, you just did an intro that you not gonna even talk about. Well, there's a reason why I did an intro like that. This cigar actually thought ahead in the future. Ooh. Okay. Oh, this is a candy. Oh, that spice level was like perfect. Not too overwhelming, and it's not too light. It's like a nice amount of spice. Flavor, woodsy. I'm getting some type of sugar, either like a hazelnut, hints of chocolate, something syrupy, something like thick. Caramel? Mostly it's spice. I feel the tingling right here. That's wow. Okay. That spice and pepper combination is so, how do I even describe it? There's chocolate in there. There's a lot of chocolate. You have chocolate, you have cedar. It's like different types of cedar. You have like a woodsy cedar and an oaky cedar. You have this sugary hazelnut, either that or maybe syrup or some type of caramel. It's like, it's definitely like a thick sugary taste to it. Like you can either get from like a honey, you could get from a syrup, or you get from a caramel, or you get from like hazelnut. Because I know sometimes I like my coffee with hazelnut, French vanilla. For those who don't know, if French vanilla is not available, I believe when I used to work at Starbucks, it was hazelnut mixed with and a little bit of caramel. Like there was a ratio to it. It's been a couple of years since I worked at Starbucks. I don't know, it may be the hazelnut and maybe the caramel. There's something in there that gives it a very sugary, nice, pleasant taste with that chocolate. Okay, now it's getting more spicy. Woo. All right, So the reason why I did the intro was because this is the first cigar Selected Tobacco thought of this cigar way before they did what they did with this cigar. And the tobacco in this cigar is about 5 years of age. It's been aged since 2018. So now that it's 2024, technically speaking, it's 6 years, but they released it in 2023 in November. So only been 2 months after November. So technically speaking, it's still 5 years old when it comes to the age of the tobacco itself. But in 2021, they released a cigar box, a digital cigar box, and they released and sold digital cigars. What the fuck is that, Rick? What language are you speaking? Like, what are you even talking about? Digital cigars, digital boxes. What is that? I'm not gonna go to a whole tangent explaining exactly what exactly is an NFT. In the early days of 2020, we had this humongous craze of NFTs, what relates to blockchains, which relates to cryptocurrency, bitcoins. So I remember when I was looking into it, you know, you had to buy Ethereum, then get Ethereum, convert it into the blockchain, into another token, into another token, or you actually use Ethereum to actually purchase the NFT. And I know now I'm entering the whole saga of what the fuck is he talking about. I'm just gonna close it there. So basically, it's like digital art, and I didn't really get behind it, didn't buy anything with the whole NFT market, whatever. But essentially, it is a digital thing. It's like the same way how you use Netflix, the same way how you use all these other streaming platforms, YouTube, the one you're watching me right now. You know, you didn't buy this video for you to watch. You know, I upload it for free and you guys watch it for free. But there's times where you may utilize a website like Amazon or other stuff, and you purchase a movie, a TV show, a series, or a game, video game stuff, a manga, a book. But instead of having a physical copy, you buy a downloadable version like a Kindle. You get books and you just read basically on your tablet or on your phone or on a iPad. It's almost in the same bracket where it's something you buy that is not physical, but it's your property. You bought it. It is your art. And that's essentially what they did with this cigar before they released it. That's so good. I mean, it's starting to like die down with that flavor. Hold up, wait. Out of nowhere, it's turned into like a musty flavor. Yeah, it just converted into like a little bit of like a musty aftertaste. Like it went from very sweet to very sour and bitter, but there's still a spice level to it. That chocolate is very hidden now. And this this barnyard kind of earthy, dirty, just I guess notes are starting to come into this first third. It's kind of weird. Interesting. But yeah, the company Selected Tobacco, we have one of the first companies to ever release a digital cigar box. You don't get the cigar physically. It's basically part of your property as in the digital world. And the reason behind it is because unfortunately, we're going through a lot of issues here in the United States with tobacco products. And because of things outside of cigars, such as vapes and cigarettes and other stuff that does not relate to cigars, unfortunately, we're getting cooped up with them. And we're going through a lot of issues, regulations, and, you know, market price, you know, has to go up, and this, and taxes. There's a lot of things that we've been going through as a community, and it sucks. Because cigars that we used to love for like $6, $7, $8, $10 are now becoming 12, 14, 18, potentially $20 cigars. So it's not fair. So Selecta Tobacco decided to do this NFT project, and the proceedings of the digital cigar box went into Cigar Rights of America. They became the very first cigar company to have ever make a digital cigar. So that's one, awesome. And two, after the whole project of the digital cigar, they decided to release it 2 years later in November of 2023. I'll admit, I have never seen an Atabey before, and I never actually heard of them prior to Eric obviously gifting me the cigar right here. I took a little dive into information, or try to get information on this cigar itself. And typically Atabey keeps their cigars undisclosed, which part of me feel like that's kind of cool, because yes, I'm a reviewer. I'm supposed to give you guys information like wrapper, binder, filler, this, that. But sometimes it's cool when companies come out with cigars and they're just like, just fucking enjoy it. Stop. I want people to just sit down and enjoy it, not try to break things down. You know, maybe if they would have used this, then that, and that, or this, and replace this with that. Because sometimes people are anal with cigars, and sometimes people are just critics. So companies like Selecta Tobacco, or another company that I reviewed not too long ago, that's, you know, very prestigious, and they're very rare exclusive cigars that they never disclose. You know, it's cool that you can actually start to enjoy a cigar, and you as a reviewer got nothing to go based off of. You come up with your own conclusion, and it's kind of, that just makes it better, because sometimes when cigars are out there with information, you know, you could kind of falsify reactions. You could see people say, oh, expect this, expect that, taste no this, taste no that. This is undisclosed. Only thing they did give us, that the wrapper is Ecuadorian Maduro, and inside the filler, there's probably other fillers in here, but one of the fillers is Peruvian Ligero. That's all we get. It's a 6 1/8 by 55. It is an Ecuadorian Maduro wrapper, and somewhere in this filler is a Peruvian Ligero. That is all we get. Binder, undisclosed. Other stuff in the filler, undisclosed. Before I focus on the review, one last information. If it's not sorted by now, if there are sites that do continue to support this brand, the MSRP of the cigar is $50. Only 200 boxes were curated, each box containing 25. Meaning in this world, there's 5,000 of these Atabey Black Ritos. If you manage to see one, remember the market value is $50. Take with that information as you will. Other than that, that is all the information I was able to scrounge up about this cigar. Actually, no, I was wrong. One last thing I can say was this cigar was rolled in 2018, and it was stored in their factory in Costa Rica, where they store these cigars at linings of Spanish cedar and French oak. Which is why in the beginning, I now understand why I got like different woodsy, you know, taste notes to it. Now let's only focus on the review of the cigar. I'm slowly creeping into that second third. And that mustiness that I got from before is going away. Oh no, that retro was amazing. You know, yes, I have a little tingling sensation in my nose. Ooh, I got chocolate in that one. The part that's going to suck is that I have a lot of cigars to review this year. So far, this cigar is amazing. Taste notes, you know, the mustiness was not a bad mustiness. It was, like I said, it's just, I describe it more like earthy dirt, more like that barn aspect for a very brief second. It combined with all the cedar and the sweetness, it just took me off guard. At that first start had that aspect to it, and it was just like for a very small little portion of the cigar. Now it's backed with chocolate and very bits of just the cedars. Those who are watching right now, at what point of your cigar journey did you start to take cigars a little bit more serious? Because when I first got into it, I just thought it was more like a cool factor. You know, it had, you know, all right tastes, better alternative than the other things that's out there, than for you to, you know, for what you can do. And I just thought it was just cool. And I wasn't really focusing on the whole aspects of taste notes, aroma, aging process. At what stage of your cigar journey did it start clicking with you that, man, I should get into breaking down the cigar? I want to understand how to break down the cigar. I want to understand how to get this, because I'm watching people or hearing people say to get this and that and that. For me, I just get tobacco. But then when you finally start getting that feelings and notes and this, what caused you to get to that point? Let me know in the comment section below. Ooh, it's getting a little bit more hazelness. Yeah, it's definitely hazelnut. I'm getting hazelnut. I love that in my coffee. Oh my God, hazelnut. I have the Starbucks creamer in my refrigerator. I have the other two brands you can get on Target, Walmart, all the other brands. I got different variation of hazelnut. I got the syrups. I have, yeah, I have the syrup, the flavor syrup, the creamers. I have all those. I don't know. It may be something else to it. I'm getting that earthiness again out of nowhere. This cigar is really taking on this little journey. It's definitely flavorful. Has a lot of components into it that I have never had in a cigar. I don't know what's with this cigar. My go-tos are chocolate and coffee. That beginning of the cigar had a little bit of chocolate. Chocolate is gone. And you have this flavor of like hazelnut, creaminess. You have the cedar. You have this like this earth undertoned. And there's like other components in there that my brain just can't pick apart. But I'm like in love with these taste notes. I have no idea what it could be. Maybe if someone says it, I'm like, oh shit, yeah. When I talk with other people who have smoked a cigar, I want to see what the hell they got. Because I'm just getting this very sugary sweetness to it with a great amount of spice, with a great amount of pepper. But there's something in there that I'm like, this is fucking delicious. I have no idea what it is. But I'm living for this note. Well, notes. The combination, whatever is in the filler, you know, that Peruvian Ligero, the Ecuadorian Maduro. There's something in here that is just like oozing with flavor. And it's so satisfying. This is beyond delicious. Wow. Red trolling choked me up a little bit. But this is beyond delicious. Construction is still very perfect. Look how oily that wrapper is. Look how oily it is. It shines as much as the band. So there's some type of oil that's like secreting at the foot as it starts to burn up higher, and as the ember rises within the tobacco, it's secreting like this type of oil. You guys can see. See? Look at that band. Look how shiny the band is, and look at how shiny the actual cigar is. This is a game changer. This is honestly a game changer. This definitely opened my mind up to a lot of other cigars. my main fixation were cigars that has that dessert note, and that has always been on like my top tier lists of cigars I personally enjoy. And the fact that there's cigars out there doesn't have to focus on my favorite criterias and still be beyond exceptional. I feel like I'm at a supermarket. I'm in a section where the produce is at, the fruits to be more exact, because it has like the aroma that I get at the produce section at any supermarket you go to, and you're by the herb section, and you're next to the grapes, and you're next to the apples, you're next to all the other fruits, the bananas, all those fruits combined, the berries, the blueberries, the raspberries. I'm getting this very prominent produce, more towards the fruits and like the aftertaste, but yet it's so sweet, and you have the little bit of spice that just travels, and you feel the little tingly sensation, but it's not prominent. It's not something that is overbearing or overwhelming. There's a perfect amount of spice within just regular puffing and doing the retro, where it is just, again, exceptional. Oh my god, what can I say bad about the cigar? You have this amazing cedar note. It may be the Spanish cedar, it may be the French oak. I don't know what it is. This cigar has been aging for 5 years, and especially it being aged in an area where it has the Spanish cedar and the French oak. So I think that plays a big tie when it comes to the actual cigar itself. However, how long that it's been aging, or however they have done it, they crafted an amazing, borderline perfect cigar, because it's not really canoeing. Any part that is slightly canoed, it is user issue. My fan is right there. It's off camera, but it's, if I turn my camera left, you'll see part of it next to, I have a little light right here. So next to the light is a fan blowing, not directly at me, but towards the back side of me. I guess the stream of air slightly does affect the cigar and cause a tad bit of canoeing. But even with that slight stream of air, the cigar corrects itself almost immediately. Like, right, you will see that part. Watch me highlight this part again. Right, this is the back of the cigar. You see the back wrapper, right? This is the back of the cigar. Give me 2 minutes. Watch this. Just like that. It happened in front of you guys live. It happened live. It corrected itself. See, that part is now sticking out. It corrected itself, which with only 2 puffs. That is beyond amazing craftsmanship. I like to give tips every time I upload a review. When you ash your cigar, never go directly down, or it's okay to tap on the edge of the ashtray if it's a kind of bit of a buildup. But if you want to properly ash your cigar, hold it in a 45-degree angle. You will see it like kind of hitting the thing, and just twist it. It may cause a little pencil tip, but if that tip is forming, like I told you in the previous video, let it sit. Oh my god. Oh, That is amazing. Fuck. Only 5,000 in the world? And someone already has 25 of them? Well, had 25 of them? $50 MSRP. Fuck, man. I want another one of these. This is good. So I already know I entered the last third because I'm getting a lot of that fruit. That produce is very, very prominent. So it may be dry berries. It may just be dry fruits. All I know is the combination of the fruits and that oakiness with the subtlety of the hazelnut that's slowly taking the chill pill and just hanging out in the background. That's a combination of flavors I would have never thought that could be evenly matched to my love for chocolate and espresso in cigars. This cigar made history, being the first ever digital cigar that came to life. That's awesome right there. And now me actually enjoying the physical version of it. There's nothing I could even think of that I have ever had in the hundreds to thousands of cigars I have smoked that I could put this next to. I love this. I truly do. And I think on that note, since I am on the last third and the flavor change is there, I'm gonna start drawing the conclusion of my ratings. And I'm gonna go based on construction, taste, and experience. The experience of the cigar, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. It starts off very chocolatey, very spicy, had a hint of hazelnut, and then had that little aspect of the musty barn oakiness to it. Then the second part of the journey, that transitions to a little bit more of the hazelnut creaminess, like caramel style notes to it, with the oakiness started to pop out more. The last third mixed with the taste notes, this experience and taste notes is slightly getting combined together, but the experience from going from chocolate to hazelnut creaminess to now lastly fruity berry oakiness. I'm not saying opposite. That's not a transition I would have thought I would be experienced with the cigar. Typically cigars you have chocolate notes into will then transition into like espresso. Those are the standard things I'm used to. I'm used to chocolate, sweet, and a espresso spicy finish. Or they'll do espresso beginning to midway transitioning to other creaminess, and lastly a chocolate sweetness. This one was spicy chocolate to hazelnut to fruity and oaky. I never experienced that before ever in my life. So the experience, 9 out of 10. Flavor notes, 9 out of 10. Construction, you saw it live on camera how it fixed itself from the slight canoe, and even with a pencil tip, you know, it's gone. You know, you have little aspects of it, but it's a cigar you don't even have to touch up. It fixes itself. The construction is so packed up. The draw is flawless. There's no needing to pull hard just to get one puff out. It has a very smooth draw to it. It has a nice flavor to the cold draw. It has a great aroma to the wrapper and even to the actual smoke itself. Everything on it is just amazing. So construction, I'll get a 9.5 out of 10. A experience 9 out of 10, and flavor 9 out of 10. Meaning this cigar is a certified ash with the overall rating with 9.25. So on that note, guys, I am done with my review. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Until next time, I love your faces, and I'm out. Peace.